And Sharon will let me know if there's any issues. Shout out to me if you can't hear me. Thank you. Oh, no, Sharon. All right, great. All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming. Live with Prima. I'm Adrienne Ford. This is my first Ustream class as a Live with Prima teacher. I'm very excited, and we're running a little bit behind, so I'm really just kind of just go with it and get right into business. So, alright, I'm going to do announcements real quick. Next class is the Cafe au Lait album, part 1 with Frank, and it's this coming Tuesday, July 29th at 11 a.m. Pacific Time and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Frank is making a handmade album and embellishing the cover with the Coffee Break collection and more, which is one of my favorites. I really like that collection a lot. Second, we have Art Venture Atlanta, taking place October 18th and 19th in Atlanta, Georgia. Steph Miller, Sharon, and Ken Oliver will offer 6 fabulous classes using brand new summer releases from Prima. Go to our events page on Prima Marketing Flowers Facebook fan page to get information on this and other art ventures taking place this year. Alright, great. So I'm just going to set that aside. How are we doing? Hi everyone. Hi Pam. Hi. Hey. Hi Misty. Oh, my girl Misty's here. Yay! I told Misty, I said, we were texting back and forth, you be my cheerleader for me? Okay. Thank you. Alright, so tonight I'm going to do a forever green layout based on lots of flowers. I'm going to be doing a bunch of mixed media, and I'm going to be showing you some yummy new products. So is everybody ready? Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm going to go through all the supplies I'm going to be using. And the original layout is away at a show, and I had to sub some of my supplies out tonight because they were prototypes and I don't have extras of them. So I'm going to do just a couple different sub outs using some different new flowers, and I kind of altered a couple of them so you can kind of get an idea of what you can do if you're in a bind and you need help coming up with an alternative. So what I'm going to start with is our paper, and tonight I'm going to pan down, and I gotta get this correct or it's going to give me a gigantic hard time. Come on. Alright, I gotta get my computer out of the way. What is this thing? Oh, this is my light. Get my light as far out of the way as possible. Alright, sorry guys, I'm still a little discombobulated trying to get these things set up. Alright, so let's start with the paper that I'm going to be using tonight. It is for Evergreen, and the number is 846763, and it's Watch Them Grow. Look at that pretty paper. Isn't it gorgeous? There's just little hints of color, and this is actually my dried layout that I did to save time. This is going to be where we're headed tonight. Isn't that exciting? So then I'll show you the other papers in a couple minutes. These are my favorites from this collection, and you are going to go crazy. Wood icons get better every single release. We got some ones that say hello, we got grow, we have these little printed flowers and the butterflies. Aren't those just so cute? Look how cute that is. And I'm going to be using 2 of these tonight, and you could really use as many as you want. I might add this little grow in because it's so adorable, and I didn't use it the last time, and I'm kind of kicking myself. I'm like, oh, should have used that. So cute. Alright, I'm going to be using, and those are 576, 642. I'm going to be using these 3D stickers tonight. Let me see if I can find a solid background so you can see these. Of course not. Alright. We're going to be using some 3D stickers. I'm going to be using down here the bird. The one that I used is missing, obviously. And this number is 576233. Aren't those cute? They're really dimensional. You got the bling with it. Adorable. Next, I'm going to be using 578701 Succulent. I had originally used these, and I used a green one. And I don't have a second green one, so I'm going to be subbing something out, but this is the original pack. Aren't those pretty? You get a blue one, you get some printed ones that have butterflies on it. So cute. Alright, so that is 578701. And I'm subbing that out and subbing in, I'm just putting that aside, Garden, which is 578725, and I'll get that out and show them to you. They have really cute little glass bead centers. Aren't those so cute? I'm going to be using this guy tonight. Okay? Let's get this one up there. I wonder if you can see it. There's just this cute little pattern printed on it. I think that they're, some of them are there's a butterfly one and there's flowers. So some of them have little printed designs and some of them are solid colors. And they all have glass bead centers. So let me put my green one aside so I don't lose it, because that's definitely a possibility with me tonight. Next, I'm being using Sprout. And I had to sub this out for Rodanthe because I don't have the same green one. On the original layout, there was a green one in this pack about this same color, and I obviously don't have it. But these are Sprout 578749, and I am subbing in tonight Rodanthe Seashell 577766. And this is the originals. It's a huge, gigantic pack. I mean, you get a lot of flowers in this pack. They are wonderful. They're really like natural looking, and better yet, they're white. So you can mist them, you can paint them, you can do anything you want. You can ink them and stamp them. The sky is the limit. And I actually decided that I was going to mist it. And I misted it tonight with Lime Wedge Color Bloom Spray. And I'll just give you the number for that in a couple minutes. I may actually spritz it a little bit more to get it a little bit darker. I just kind of, on the fly, just did it. So that is Rodanthe Seashell 577766. Okay, and I'll set that aside. Now vegetation leaves. You get a mix. So you get a lot of green ones, and you get a bunch of different ones that match the collection. That is 578770. I got stuff falling all over the place. Alright, next I got little sticky notes. I'm so neurotic. Very neurotic. And I'm making a gigantic mess. Alright, so I'm going to be using Oregano Vine. And this is actually only part of the vine. This isn't all you get. I actually used the other part for my layout that got sent to the show. And I mean, you can see there's still a ton of leaves left, and this is only half of the vine. So it's like glistening. There's a little script background, and I don't know, it's kind of shiny. It's pretty. And that is 578299. So I'm definitely going to be able to use that tonight. And okay, 577711 is Winthrop Tourmaline, and it's a pink vine. There's a pink vine, there's a purple one, there's a turquoise looking one, really cute. And I obviously don't have that one either, so I decided to sub that out and sub in these London Regal. They are adorable. I think that this collection is one of my favorites. They are fabric, and they have like little glitter. I don't know if I can get it to where you can see that there's a glitter. And there are 3 different shades. You got the dark pink, the lightest pink, and then the middle shade. So we're going to be subbing those in. I like those a lot. 577452. I'm going to be using the Finn's butterfly stencil if I can find it. And I'm having a bit of a conniption now because I don't know where it is. And we'll find it though. I'm going to be using a sample of the heavy gesso tonight. It is white, 961374. I'm going to be using the die cuts. I already did these. They're already done on white paper, and the number is 572839. Okay. Next, I'm going to be using soft teal, 573782. And I have a little bit in a cup. Peony, 573940. Lime wedge, which is 573850. I'm going to be using a chalk edger tonight from Bohm. It is archival quality. It's great for if you want to do all your stamping beforehand and it can get wet. It's from a set. I think it's a 6 or 8 piece set. It's 891923 and it's black. Let's go through the papers so you can get a delicious sampling of the papers that we have available to you. This is a cute little printed, it's wood grain, white, really rustic looking. Looks like it's off of peeling paint off of a barn. Forever Collection, it's Nature's Bounty, and it's 846794. Garden Talk. This is 846817. Oh, isn't that so cool? You got all those little sayings. And on the back you got a little bit of a pop of yellow on the flowers. So cute. Next we got this black and tan stripe. Really cute for heritage. You can flip it this way or this way. And you got this really cute little pattern. You can cut them out. Cute for Project Life. I like how Prima has these Project Life in each collection that you can kind of cut out and make a page. 846800. You got a border, white border. This cute little thing down here. This is cute. And this is 846787. Ooh, fussy cutting galore. Isn't that cute? You can do lots of things with that. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got tons of options. And they're each, I think they're all different ones, but you get a couple of each. Cute. And this side, adorable. And that is Spread Your Wings, 846770. I also am going to be showcasing to you tonight. How's everybody doing? Are you still with me? I'm sure Sharon would have told me if I was gone. Hold on. Okay. I'm on. That's all that matters. Okay. So we got some glass glitter platinum. And let me open it up for you. This is Finn's new product. Oh my word. And I'm just now opening it up. I don't want to put it on my hand because it'll stick. But it is deliciousness. It almost looks like it's like sort of tricolor, and it could be how the light is hitting it, but it almost has like a bluish tint. It's so pretty. Love it. Alright, so we got that. We have some Art Ingredients Mica Flakes in Frosted. They're so pretty. I mean, you get a lot of, and this stuff goes a long way, and it just adds just enough to your projects to add a little bit of texture. So that is the Mica Flakes in Frosted. It's Art Ingredients. And then we got the glass beads. Okay. My computer is telling me that you gotta hold on one second. I just had to climb under the table. I don't know, somehow my computer power cord came undone. And it would have shut down in like 2 minutes, and I would have had another mishap. Okay, I'm full of mishaps tonight. What can I tell you? You should live my life. You would laugh. Anyways, okay, so we got the glass beads. So cute. You can do so much. You can add these to your floral centers. Sometimes I just pull the stamens right out of the middle and just add a little bit of beading. And then we have, these are licorice and butter glass beads. They're by Thin Art Ingredients. Aren't they so cute? So these four, this is just a nice little taste of what you can get. And so yeah, I might try to add one of those to my layout tonight. Okay, and I did find my butterfly stencil. It was at the bottom of my pile, Finn stencil. Alright, so let's get started. Oh, and I gotta show you these. Oh, these are one of my favorites too. I typically wouldn't go for these, but they are so cute. They got a little pearl center. Trying to show it. They're adorable. And they're just real tiny. They're about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch long. And they got the pearl centers, and they match perfect. So, anyways, that is it for the Forever Green collection. I hope you liked it. Let me pull out my leaves, my die-cut leaves. I just got a die-cut machine. Oh, I am so thrilled. It's funny, my friend came over because she let me use her die-cut machine, and then she found it at Michael's for $15, a Sizzix, and she's like, do you want it? I'm like, of course I do. So I have it. I'm so happy. So now I can do die cutting all the time. Alright, so we got that. I'm really gonna, yes, sorry. Alright. I got your message, Sharon. I'm laughing. Alright, let's get started. I'm trying to find my other page here. Okay, I'm having issues tonight. Where's my other sheet? Okay, so you have to forgive me. I am so discombobulated. I left my other sheet back in my room here. Hold on one second. Alright, we're good to go. So let's get started. I'm really behind, and I can pull this together pretty quick. So I'm going to take my gesso and this. I love this gesso. It's nice and thick. Heavy gesso is my favorite. So I'm just kind of okay. Alright. So I'm just going to start doing my background treatment. And I got my, my little paint spackle. And I'm just kind of spreading it on here. And I'm doing it at a little slight slant. And I'm just spreading it on. Now I'm remembering that, you know, the center is going to be in the middle, so you might as well not waste your gesso. And, you know, there's little smudges here and there, but I actually am going to be using that. Here we come over here. Add a little more. Let's do this. Are we doing okay? I'm sure you girls would let me know. And then down here at the bottom, I'm just going to keep this lifted slightly here and just kind of come down here, fill them in. And you can even go the whole way to the bottom if you wanted. I'm just going to fill these in. Okay. Alright, so I have that started. And I'm going to take my paper towels. I'm going to lay that under my mat, under my paper, so my mat doesn't get destroyed. Alright, so I do have a lot of gesso left on here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mimic what I had over here, and I'm just going to do a little bit of smudging. So I actually just take the back of my spackle and just kind of blend it in. I'm being careful to kind of go in between the butterflies a little bit. I can add a little bit more. See how I'm kind of now I'm just going to go up here. And I like how, like, just moving in a circular motion is just kind of giving me a different texture. But it also is priming it and getting it ready for the mist. You can go the whole way to the top if you wanted. I'm just going to do a little bit in here. And it's okay if you know, accidentally get the butterfly. See, like I made a smudge down here. It's no big deal. Like, I'll just kind of blend it in. No biggie deal. I make lots of mistakes. You just kind of have to go with it. So I'm just adding a little bit of heavy gesso in here and there. And you can use a sea sponge with this. Like, sea sponge is one of my favorite things to use to kind of get a lot of texture. But doing this in a circular motion is kind of giving you the same thing. And you can add a little bit more here and there depending on how thick you want it to be. And I'm not really all that picky about it, so. And I'm going to do one last area over here. Just really like this gesso a lot. It's just blends real nice. It's real smooth. It's thick, which is good because I really am all about the super heavy. And I'm so glad that Prima has this on the market now because I love my Prima. Alright, and you can go down. I'm just going to go in here a little bit. Okay, and remember my cluster is going to be in here, so at the end, you know, only a few of the butterflies are going to be hanging out. So you get the idea. Just go in circular motions, back and forth, trying just getting a nice base. So it's giving you texture, adding interest, and it's priming your paper for mist. And that is my fun part. So, all that is done. So I'm going to set it aside and actually switch to the dry one. So we have my dry here. I'm just going to put the lid back on my sample of gesso because I don't want that yummy stuff to get dried up. Okay. So we're ready to do some misting now. You see that? You got all this over here. Just adds lots of texture and interest. You could leave it white if you wanted, which I like. I think it's pretty. Or you could go green. But what I'm going to start doing first is I'm going to go in and actually paint my butterflies. And I took my color bloom in peony and soft teal, and I'm actually going to paint in some of the butterflies. And I'm going to start with the soft teal first. I'm just going to go in. And you can add as much or as little as you want. I always have baby wipes on hand. Just kind of clean up the excess. Make sure I don't knock this over. This is why I put it in little tiny jars, because I would spill it and it would be everywhere. So, and that's why I'm not drinking my coffee. I usually have a coffee with me, and we can't have that on Live with Prima, right? Can't have that happen. Alright, let me see here if I can. I'm trying to get my computer to behave. And I just dab up a little bit here and there. And I'm just kind of doing the top of the butterflies, and then I can come in again with the peony at the bottom, just to give it a bi-color. And just do a slight bit. And you'll see how quickly, I kind of pull the embellishing together. So I'm kind of just taking my time, make sure my background gets done how I like it. So we should be able to end right at 10:30. And you can always watch me on YouTube, Prima's YouTube, and I believe it's recorded on Ustream too. So I'm going to do a couple of the other little ones on with this guy. And I don't mind so much if it's kind of bleeding together. There are a couple spots that I'm going to actually dry it and then go back in. But for the most part, these are going to be covered up. And these colors aren't too bad muddying, so some of them are going to be pink, all pink. Some of them are going to be all teal. Okay. So I'm going to go in and just kind of, I'm going to heat set it real quick. It is so bright. I know, I love it too. The colors are really vibrant. And it dries pretty quickly, which is nice too. Because once you get that gesso really set in and definitely 100% dry, it just really kind of doesn't stay set. And I love that there's a little bit of watercolor look to it as well, depending on how much you put on. So you can kind of vary the degree of the intensity too. And And I can do a little bit of this action, and I'll show you with the actual sprayer. Spraying some nice splotches in a minute. But I like that you can use these as paints too, because I'm really big into painting now, and I think that's fun. Okay, so I'm just going in and do a little more extra detail work. And just take your time with this. Look at that. And you can let it drip if you wanted, or air dry. It's totally up to you. Can everybody hear me okay? Am I still doing good? Does anybody have any questions? Alright. Let's do a little more splashing. Yes, air dry is better. It does leave a cool, I don't know, there's just something different about air drying that I like. But usually I'm very impatient. So now I'm going to be using my color broom spray, and I'm just going to do a little bit of the spritzing, and I'm going to add a little bit color splashes here and there. I really want to get it bold here and there. Okay. Ooh, look at it. It's coming together. It's pretty. I really like the colors. And you could like throw Finn's art mediums in here. I have like a spray adhesive that sometimes I just kind of do a blast here and there and just add some mica. You could add some glitter. I'm not quite sure how I want to work one of those in yet, so I'm kind of just holding tight and waiting until I do all the background and then decide. I'm going to go in and do a short blast with this because I don't want this to muddy. Now I just read Sharon, and I usually hit it with the back of my hand like this at the bottom, at the base, and that really does keep it clear. And I mean, I honestly have never had an issue with these bottles. I think, I don't know, I had to clean one out once because I was doing crazy stuff like, you know, holding the bottle the wrong way. I mean, if you tap it like this and get that ball in the bottom going, it's going to keep it clear. So now I'm going to go in with my soft teal right here, maybe right here, right here. I'm going to do a couple little splatters here and there. And the little dots are going to be hard to see. Maybe I can try to, the lime wedge is really going to be able to show a little bit better. Okay? So you get the idea. I'm going to heat blast it one more time. Or maybe one or two more times, depending. And I'm pretty impatient. I might actually go and move on while it's still a little wet, just for time's sake. I want to make sure I definitely get my background treatment all nice and squared away, because the embellishment is fairly easy. It comes together pretty quickly once you pick out what you want to use. So I'm going to flip it back over. I'm going to add the green, and that is where the intense color comes into play. It really makes everything pop. I mean, you could always do the misting, the heavy, vibrant color at the end. But I'm just going to do it now. Give it a chance to dry. So I'm doing some splatters too. And it's okay if it get on the butterflies. Okay, I'm just gonna, I really like Lime Wedge. I go through phases what my favorite color is to use on my projects, and it was cobalt blue for a while, and now it's like green. I did a project for Prima yesterday, and I was going crazy with green, and I was like, oh, I really like green actually. Who knew? This Lime Wedge is really beautiful because it has gold undertones to it, which I think is really going to make everything look so pretty in the end. It's real hard to see these colors, and I hope that you can see it okay. How's it look? How are we doing so far? Okay? Alright, so I'm going to dry up, and then we're actually going to move on. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. It's coming alive. It's a work in progress. Alright. So I'm going to move all these things aside. I'm going to pack this up. Just make sure you move some of your art mediums out of the way. And I'm actually going to lay down my photo. And I'm going to grab my foam adhesive. I use foam adhesive. I say this every time. I get it at Target in the hardware. And it's funny, you get a bigger roll for cheaper than if you get it in the craft section. Who knew? So I buy it back there. You can get it any store really. So I'm just taking my photo of my daughter, laying it down right smack dab in the middle. And this is going to be the center point focus for the rest of the embellishing. Okay? Alright. So I'm going to take this and spray the Rodanthe again a couple more times. Get a more intense color. And that's going to be my focal point, my starting point. And now, see, I'm going to be recreating this vine, which isn't that easy. So I'm going to tuck some in here and there in different shades. I know it kind of went over here too, and I'm kind of doing this by memory, which is also very impressive. What I like about this 3D sticker in particular is that it's going to help her jeans pop out a little bit. I like making it all look cohesive and together, so that's actually going to help a lot. And even if you wanted to go even further, you can do little splats of cobalt. I think there is a color of Color Bloom called cobalt to kind of just make it all, pull it all together, because I'm all about that. Okay, so I'm going to pull in my die cut leaves, and I'm just going to tuck them in here and there. And then I'm going to take my vine and stick that behind there. And that's just the start. But it's coming together pretty quick. And you got this other maple one, which I think is cool. And you can add it or you can leave it out. I just kind of left it here just in case I changed my mind. I wanted to work with it. So I'm using this this sub. And this was hanging out over here. And I'll be doing a little bit of stamping here in a little bit with a stamp that I did not share with you, but I will in a minute. See how that quickly the embellishing comes together? I mean, it's pretty fast. And then you can go back in and add all the little details and glue. Add my little butterfly icons. Let's add some of these pretty little pale pink. So pretty. I seriously love these royal ones. The London or is it Regal? I gotta look at my paper. Regal. Royal, Regal, same thing. Alright. Good night, Pam. Hi, Delina. I'm trying to read my chat here and craft, which is not very easy. So these little die cut leaves just add so much, and they're so intricate. They just add a lot. I love it. Okay. So it's coming quick together, pretty quick. Alright, I'm just going to turn around and show it to you. And there's really not a whole lot to it. I haven't glued it down yet. See how it looks? Okay. So the embellishing came together real nicely, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it all down a little bit. Now, I just do a little bit here and there because sometimes I go back and decide to change my mind, and I don't need to waste my glue because this'll stay put here. I'll probably give it to my mom or something, so it doesn't need to. It's not going to any shows, and so I'll just add a little dab. Little dab will do ya. When I was teaching, my profession is I'm a kindergarten teacher, but I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, and I'd always say a little dab will do ya. And the kids would all be like, "What's that mean?" I'm like, that means you don't need to use globs and globs of glue. Okay. Yes, the dies are 572839. I mean, you can do crazy stuff with these for fall, for spring. I mean, it's endless. You could mist them, stamp them, and they're very intricate. Look how pretty that is. I'm still learning about my Sizzix, my new Sizzix. I gotta give my girl a shout out for getting me that. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I found you a Sizzix." I'm like, I can't believe it. Alright. Alright, so I'm just adding a little bit of foam adhesive under this green Rodanthe flower. Just kind of, I puff it up a little bit. Can everybody hear me okay still? Alright. Then I take some of my vegetation leaves and just do lots of fill-in. Who's going to be in France? Oh, I've been to France. Sharon, you have to ask me one time about what I said in Arc de Triomphe when I was in 11th grade and I took a visit to France. Ay, ay, ay. I don't understand French. Alright. Anyhow. So now I'm going to just add these little vegetation leaves in here. That's just really going to pull it all together. I'm going to probably do a little bit more misting at the very end. And I'm just kind of tucking them in here and there. Oh, I know what was missing. I kind of was like, what? There's something missing down here in this corner. It's because this this set has cute little, I gotta show them to you again. They add so much. And that's why I'm like, whoa, something's missing. This cute, these feathers underneath. Aren't they cute? That's what was missing because it was hanging out the corner. Ah! Ah! Okay, so now I'm just puffing up my white leaves a little bit, tucking it all in. Maybe I might add just one flower down here. Yes. Down underneath here. Just to kind of pull it all in. Okay. I'm going to do a little stamping, and I have a stamp, and I don't know the number to it, and I'm trying to recall what collection it's from, and Sharon might know, maybe not, but I can find out for you once I find it. It has a little bit of a world map design on it. I want to say it's Finn, but I don't quite know, or maybe it's Lifetime. I know that it was probably at least 1.5 years old, maybe 2. So I'm just going to do a little bit of stamp work on the actual butterflies. And the reason I'm using this is I was looking for a nice texture stamp to just kind of add a little bit of black contrast to the background. And I was like, oh, well, let me see if I could use this butterfly. And I didn't want to do it back 20 minutes ago. So I'm going to go in here and be a little brave. And it's just real light. And it's not bleeding at all. I mean, I have some butterflies that are still a little wet here, and it's just really archival quality. It's adding a lot. At the very end, and I'm not going to do it tonight, but if you want to really make your butterflies pop, you can outline them with just a black pen or, craft pen, craft marker. I'm trying to see if I can get it so you can see it. Do you see that right here? Hold on, let me hold it a little bit better. Right here. Just enough to add a little bit of texture to the butterflies. I was like, oh, butterfly. Butterfly sounds good. No, sometimes there's just no rhyme or reason either. And then I'm going to do a little more splashing. Yeah, so I definitely added a black marker around these butterflies to make it pop off the page. Anybody have any questions? And I think I used even a little tiny one on the smaller butterflies too. You could add like the middles and add little details to them. And I'm trying to find out where else I put it. No, I think that's it. Okay. Alright, so let me add my wood icons in. Oh, I love these things. They're so cute. Oh! And of course I lose the other one. What is wrong with me tonight? Ah, there it is. It wasn't my fault. You could even add, I might even add these in tonight. Might tuck it in here and there. Just because it actually matches this sticker perfectly. And we're going to end up ending right on time. So there's these cute little like peachy roses, and these match perfectly to it. So I actually am going to add those in. I did not add it into the original layout, probably because the sticker I added is different, but I'm going to add it tonight because it's fun and I want it. I want it. And I'm going to tuck this guy just to make him pop a little bit, give the butterfly some dimension. I'm just going to rip some foam adhesive in half and attach it to the back and just stick it under there. And it's really just going to bring your eye in a lot to the upper part of the photo. Just center it there. I think I might do the same on the other side. Just to really make it pop out. Because there's a lot going down at the bottom, going on down there. So I'm just going to add those around her face. That sweet face. Oh, I just look at my daughter. forever. Now, where do I want to add these? You can really add them anywhere. Let me turn this around so you can get a better idea of what's going on. I mean, let's see. Where do I want to put it? Let's just stick it. How about let's put it up here? There. Like it's peeking out from behind. Yep. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stick it on up here at the very top, so it's peeking out from the top of the garden. And I didn't glue any of my little leaves down. Glue? No. Does anybody have any questions? We made like 500 butterflies. Yes, that's true. But we love each and every one of them, Sharon. That's important. That we love all of them. I probably bought all the butterfly stamps because they are just that good. So I'm sticking that out. Alright, I love this little white vine. You're going to have to check out, I don't have any of the other vines, but I was looking on the Prima catalog, and they have some beautiful vines going on this season. They're very neutral, which is perfect because you can really do anything. You could mist them too, or some of them. Some of them are white that you can mist. So I am pretty much done. I'm going to do a little bit more misting and go in and do a little more splatters with the green lime wedge. Just to give it a little more pop. Pop, pop. Oh, I love it. Love it. And we're pretty much done. And I have a minute to spare. Just a minute. Just one. Ta-da! And I am pretty much done. I mean, you could add these little grow. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to find a little place to put the grow, the title. I might just leave it there like that. I mean, you could, and then there's these little leaves. These cute leaves that go in there. You could stick them out just to kind of, the butterflies are outlined with the darker brown wood, and just to kind of make that even look cohesive, you can just add these little tiny leaves out, pop them through. They just add a lot too. Or add in a hello, and there's a cute, oh, these are adorable, in the little mason jar. Oh, you can even write something on those. Okay, I am all done. Oh, yes. Yes. Ha ha ha. Beads. Let's do, okay, how about this? Let's add these butter beads. Yes. Sharon, thank you. Where should we add them? You can really add them anywhere. I'm just going to do a little dab. A little dab will do ya. And they're going to stick fine. And you don't need a lot. Yes. Like I said, I usually go about this a different way, but you don't. It's a little hazardous when I get out the can of spray adhesive. And are you seeing this? Okay. I'm just taking Finn's beads glass beads in butter and just kind of adding them here and there. Oh, it's just adding so much. Thank you, Sharon, for reminding me about that. Oh my God, it's so cute. I hope you can see it.
maybe not. It's hard. Yes, you can add gel to add them or spray adhesive. But I don't have the gel here with me, so I'm kind of just improvising. That is my whole thing. I improvise. If I don't have something, I'll just use my fingers. I'm just adding some beads to the outer corners. Okay? So I got them over here, I got them up down here, and over here. Maybe I could add a little more in this corner, just kind of, you can add it just on the outer edge of your cluster. I'm just looking at this gigantic mess I have to clean up after. You know, let's stay live so I don't have to clean up this gigantic mess of this table. I was having some internet connection problems too, so I'm actually in my living room. And my bedroom's a mess too, and that's where I usually craft. I think I'm a little discombobulated because I'm not at my table in my room. All done. All done. And I can go over these numbers for you real quick since we have just, well, we don't have extra minutes. If you need to leave, you can leave, and I'll just share with you the numbers of these Finnabar our ingredients. Glass beads, butter, and the number is, it's teeny tiny, I don't have my glasses on, 961701. Mica Flakes and Frosted is 961749. I'm sorry, Sharon, I didn't do this at the beginning. 961664 for the glass glitter, platinum. This one's one of my favorites, I think. Now remember, you can use those glass beads and add them to the centers as stamens, or you can do a little border around your photo. Glass beads in licorice, and that is 961688. These are pretty. They're like a purple color. It's not like licorice, like black. It's a purple, or at least I think they're purple. Maybe that's because I don't have my glasses on. Go to the catalog and check. Because you'll go and be like, Adrienne told me to. Yes. Okay. All done. Ooh, I could do that. You could add a little more here too if you wanted. Some beads. I just keep going. Or, you know, the stamen, I misted it and it stayed green. But you could like ink it up back to a black color, but I'm adding these beads to it. Because Sharon told me to. Peer pressure. Oh, so cute. Okay. The catalog actually was the art sign. Sharon, can you help with how someone can get the catalog? You can also see all the products on primamarketingincorporated.com. I think it's incorporated.com. You can search by collection, just get an idea. I don't think you can order off of there, but you can kind of just get an idea of an overview of everything that they have available. And the art sign is great because you get a bunch of different samples too, and how-tos. Okay, so I'm all done. Yes, it is wood icons. I'm sorry. They are wood, not faux. They are really, they're the real deal. I do seriously love how Prima's icons just kind of get better and better. Last time they were like very distressed, and now they're like these solid, just patterned, printed ones. Aren't they so cute? And don't forget these 3D stickers. I mean, they're layered, so you get a bunch, and you get the bling too. I mean, I could even add a little bit of bling if I had time. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to pan back up. Can you see me? Hold on one second. I'm going to move my camera up. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. Does anybody have any more questions? Nope. Trying to read the chat. Yes, thank you all for coming. Yes, it's over. I go from 9:30 to 10:30, and since I did have a little technical difficulty, I did run just an hour. I was a little grease lightning at the end and fast. Don't forget about Frank's coffee break collection on this coming Tuesday. I think it's 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you can stop at my blog and to have a look at the layout. I think the layout is also on livewithprima.com too. Okay, thanks so much everyone for coming. Thank you. Tea break collection, yes. Although I needed some coffee tonight. Yes. Next Live with Prima class is with Frank on Tuesday. And I'll see you guys next month. Yay! So thrilled. Thank you for hanging in there with me today as I had some problems. And hopefully we'll work through that next time and we won't have an issue. Alright? Thanks so much.